Okay, let me make sure I've got everything I need here. All right, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. I've got my humongous mug out, my favorite mugs for coffee. I've got my Nespresso. You can't really see here. It's so yummy. I've got my big Nespresso drink I like to make. I do, almost spilled the whole cup on my latest work in progress. I had to find like the biggest mug I could possibly find because I love to drink a whole cup of coffee, but then put so much almond milk in it. And I've got that frother, and I fill it up to like the max point. And anyway, so I have a full cup of coffee and then like a ton of frothed almond milk, and I pour cinnamon on top, and it's my favorite. Anyway, so I will link these mugs. There's a set of 4 that I have, and I use them all the time for coffee and soups and cereal and stuff like that. The kids love them too, so I'll link that in the video description so you guys can get some too. Anyway, good morning. Happy Monday. It was a great weekend, pretty low-key. We had some sports stuff. For those of you who don't know, I have a 13-year-old girl, 11-year-old boy, and almost 7-year-old boy. So weekends are always kind of crazy. And I feel like we're still recovering from spring break and like getting back into the swing of things and like shifting into spring sports and all that stuff. So my knitting time is always like up and down. But I have to say, like, my husband and I have not been very social people on like Friday and Saturday nights. So a lot of times we are at home with our kids or some combination of our kids. So a lot of times like on Friday and Saturday nights, I get some good knitting time in. And now that my daughter's getting older, she had a birthday party that went until 10 o'clock on Saturday night. So it's hard for us to go out. So as the kids are getting older, it's harder for us to be more social on our own, I feel like. But anyway, I guess I'll just jump in and give you guys the latest on what I've been up to, what I'm working on. So this Pink Wildflowers cardigan, I published the pattern and the tutorial on Saturday, this past Saturday. And you guys are loving it. I did knit this version on 9mm needles with Lion brand Respun Thick and Quick. You could use Woolies Thick and Quick. Woolies is probably a little thicker. Or you could go down a needle size a little bit if you wanted to do something a little more springy and maybe hold strands double of like a cotton, or something that's not wool. This is not wool. Actually, this has been perfect for Chicago lately. We've been in the 30s and then up to the 50s, but this is a great top layer. It's a great jacket. It's not wool. So for those of you who don't know, Lion brand Respun is, hold on, let me just get the whole thing for you. Okay, here is the Lion brand Respun. I do knit a lot in this. The skeins are so big, and I really like the colors it comes in. It's been pretty easy for me to get. I know some other people have had a hard time getting it, but this is it. This is the color Sepia Rose, and one skein has 223 yards or 204 meters in it. It's considered a super bulky weight, a 6 yarn. I do feel like it is a little on the thinner side for a super bulky weight yarn. And like I said, I feel like it is a little thinner than Woolies Thick and Quick. So it does say, if I can get this in focus here, this yarn is made from recycled plastic, keeping bottles and other waste out of our oceans and landfills. I get a ton of comments sometimes from people who are like, oh, I would never make anything made from plastic. Good for you. That's your choice. Everybody's got their preference. I'm not going to judge you. Please don't judge me what I knit with. But I do like this yarn. So you don't have to use this, but I do encourage you to check it out. I'm not sponsored by Lion Brand. They're not giving me free yarn. I have to buy a lot of yarn because I make a lot of projects, so I can't always buy really expensive yarn, and I like to provide you guys with projects using more accessible yarn anyway. So this is this cardigan. I'm going to try to show you a little bit more of it, but I love it. It fits really well. I'm going to unzip it too. And you don't have to put the zipper in. You don't have to put the zipper. I decided I really liked the look of the zipper. But again, you can just leave it with nothing. You can get one of those like hook and eye closures and just have it be like this little invisible hook and eye thing you can do right there. That's always an option. So many different ways to finish this off. So yeah, I'll link that video tutorial in the video here in the video description. I've got a full PDF of the pattern. So in the video description for the tutorial, you'll click the link. It'll take you to my website. You submit your email in the pink box, and it will redirect you right then and there to a Dropbox link. I store my patterns on Dropbox for right now. You don't have to have Dropbox to download the pattern. It might prompt you and ask you if you want to download the Dropbox app. You don't have to. You can just download it on your own. I suggest you download it before you print it. Some people have been saying they've had a hard time printing it directly from Dropbox. But I think it just depends on what browser you're using. Okay, I don't want to get into too many of the logistics here, but it's like as a business owner and someone who's providing free content, it's been really difficult to figure out how to give you guys these patterns. I used to have you submit your email and then you get the email you get the link to download it in your inbox, but then so many people, it was going to spam, it wasn't working, blah, blah, blah. So I have the pattern redirecting right there. It's probably not the best practice, but I find it's a little bit easier and I deal with less communication back and forth about how to get the pattern. So it's free. Pattern PDF is free. Okay, so I am also working on, let me just grab a sip of this. You guys have seen this if you follow me on Instagram. And if you're not following on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. So many stories during the day of like what I'm working on, what's going on. I have a version of this cropped cardigan, same thing, that I knit on 6mm needles. This was knit with petite wool, and I added this pink zipper. I wasn't in love with this originally, but it kind of gives it a different look. Anyway, it's very similar. However, this one is really cropped, like much more cropped than this one. So I wanted to do a little bit longer version and a little shorter version. So I am traveling this week a little unexpectedly, so I don't think I'll have this pattern fully finished and out there. But the goal is, like, if you really want to learn how to knit this, you can print out the pattern but follow along with this tutorial because the concepts are really similar. There's just a few differences because the gauge is much smaller. So anyway, that will be coming your way hopefully next week. And I'll probably do another video just explaining like the overall differences and blah, blah, blah. Okay, what else? There's the dog outside. He probably hears me talking. So, my knit sweater dress. Coming along, okay? Definitely coming along. It's taking forever to knit the bottom stockinette part. Like, forever. I love how it's turning out. I think it's going to be fabulous. It's just taking a long time. And I'm still struggling what to do with the video because if I make a tutorial for this, I'd have to basically re-knit this, which is a little intimidating thinking about re-knitting this. But I have an idea. I was thinking of like filming the end of this one and then starting a new one to show you guys how to do the tank and like the drawstring part. But I was gonna also make a tank pattern, just a simple tank pattern. So I could get 2 tutorials out of kind of 1 or 2 projects, if you will. So yeah, I was thinking of doing like another tank pattern with Trubu, just like a simple tank, because I really do love the way that this tank turned out. And then also like kind of reusing the tank and then making a dress out of it later. But again, that is going to take forever because this is just taking forever. So I do love it. It is so soft. It's so silky. It's just like, I think I'm maybe a third of the way done with the bottom part, like maybe a third if I'm lucky, because I really do, I like long dresses. I guess I could not make it as long, but anyway, so I am still working on this. We'll see. I wish I had like someone here next to me who could just help me with stockinette stitch. I wish I could figure that out. And I do love knitting it. Like, this yarn is so soft and fun to work with, and the colors are great. Okay, what else? So I was looking back and thinking about like what you guys have really enjoyed that I've done, what have been the most popular projects. I'm trying to find a good balance of making just what I want to make, but then also listening to you guys and making what you guys want to see too. Gotta find a good balance of all that. And a lot of times you guys like what I want to make too, but looking back, so my Hillside V-neck cardigan, that cream V-neck cardigan, let me go see if I can find it really fast. Hold on. This is my Hillside V-neck cardigan. I don't have it buttoned up here, but it's this really cute, just simple V-neck that you guys have really liked, and it's been super popular. But one of the biggest requests I get is to knit it on smaller needles and thinner yarn. So I've already started a version using Lion Brand Kobu. So I'm using 4mm needles, and I'm making this awesome spring summer V-neck cardigan. So pretty. I love the way it feels. So soft. Kobu's great. I really like Kobu. So I'm working on that as we speak. And I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. I think it'll be a great like spring, summer option for you guys. So that's what I've got in the works. I'm also thinking about, I don't have my Seacrest tee handy. And it's not in here because I just pulled everything off the shelf. But I'm going to do a video about my Seacrest tee. It's one of my most popular free patterns. I'm not going to reknit it, but it's very similar to another sweater tutorial that I've got. So I am going to kind of talk you guys through my Seacrest tee, because that's another great spring and summer knit. So that's the latest. I hope you guys are good. I hope you are enjoying your day. I hope you have some fun spring and summer knitting in the works. Let me know what you guys have going on. And I'll keep you posted on everything. And I will talk to you guys later. In the meantime, check out this tutorial. It's great. With the drop shoulder. It's knit from the bottom up. Drop shoulder. I like, again, how it's kind of wide, but then I didn't make the arms real baggy. They are tapered arms, and the collar's just great. Anyway, so if you're looking for something quick and fun, you can check my Pink Wildflowers cardigan out. Anyway, hope you guys are good, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh, I made an absolute mess in here. Now I need to spend like 15 minutes organizing myself and cleaning all this up.